All right. Shalom. Start this lesson. I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Chakadash. Double honors to apostles and elders of great millstone and citation to sincere Akim, pushing truth and all true sincerity throughout the full corners of earth diligently. All right. And as you can see by the title, man, all right, Lord's will make a 3-part series, something real small, real short, man, about how Israelite babies, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we're lively, man. All right, we're very lively. All right, and you go into lively, it can mean energetic, strong, powerful. That's us, man. That defines us. And why is that us? Because according to the scriptures, we're a holy priesthood. 1 Peter chapter 2 and 9. All right, we're a peculiar people, a holy nation. All right, to the Lord. So if you're a holy nation, if you're a royal priesthood, if you have those, how can I say, characteristics, all right, if that's you, if your power calls you that, all right, in the scriptures it says that we're the Lord's people, and we're gonna be all Israel's gonna be the Lord's people real soon, because we're gonna all turn back. Everybody's gonna be in their right state of mind in the kingdom, all right. Every Israelite is gonna be the Lord's people, and He's gonna be our God. All right. Why is that? Because we're a special people. The Lord only deals with us. He chose us out of everyone else, out of every nation. All right. That's why He has more favor for us, more love for us, man. He's willing to pay ransom for us, which He has done, man. He sent His Son down to be an atonement for us, man. All right. Showing that He has a love for us, man. All right. We're not as the heathen. We're better than the heathen. All right. So it's just something quick I'm going to get into. And I'm going to start here in Deuteronomy 7-6. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and exhorting to the hopeful elect and a few sisters that may be watching as well. Deuteronomy 7-6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord Yahweh, thy power. All right. So we're a holy people unto Him. All right. The Lord Yahweh, thy power, have chosen thee to be a special people, Israel, unto Him, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai chose us. He chose us. He gave us. We have high holy days. All right. We have the actual true holidays, so-called holidays. That's for us. We got our own holidays. We have our own feasts. All right. We have our own memorials and so on and so forth. Why? Because Daddy loves us, man. Come on, bro. It's spiritual, man. Everything is spiritual, man. All right. And if you actually sit there and you think about it, all right, you growing up, in this society, man, all right, in this place, Babylon, with your parents. Hey, man, if you ever picture for those that had a father in their household, man. All right, for brothers that had fathers in the household, uncles, whatever it is, man, because we are under the curses. All right, but for certain brothers that probably had fathers in their household, all right, you probably did something to piss dad off, and mom goes over there to talk to dad for dad to have mercy upon you. Shit, that's Yahweh Shai in the Yahweh Shai praying for us. All right, the angels hearing these epistles that we put out, these lessons that we put out, and bringing them to the Lord. All right, why is that, man? All right, because we provoke the Lord to anger, and as us returning back to our Lord, Baruch 4:28, we seeking the Lord 10 times more because we provoke the Lord to anger. All right, so we got to get right again. All right, which we're doing, man. We're trying to be as perfect as possible as our Father in heaven is, man. As the scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing. All right. All right. And I'm going to go read this article, man. And Lord's will, during this series, I'm going to pull out different articles and different probably articles and different how can I say researches, people giving researches, Them going into how so-called black babies, which Israelite babies, and black is just a byword, all right? Because there it's Israelites. It's because you can see so-called Hispanics, so-called Dominicans, all right, Mexicans, and so on and so forth. All right, some of them may be having a lighter complexion. All right, they may look like an Edomite. All right, but they're not. They're Israelites. Shit, there's so-called black individual Negroes that may look like they're Edomites, rednecks. All right, but their line goes back to Israelite. All right, so it doesn't really matter about color. All right, it doesn't. All right, because we're mixed up right now, man. We have been scattered. All right, not everybody's of a dark pigmentation. All right, there's Israelites that are of lighter forms of skin, man. All right, there's Israelites could be jet black, brown, light skin, shit, white, so-called white. You know, shit could be, So it's not. I'm not trying to make this lesson about all black babies, just black babies. If your baby's not black, then it's not an Israelite. It's not that. All right, it's not that at all. All right, because there's men in this truth of ours, that their skin color does not is not black. It's brothers that are light skinned. Light skinned, probably lighter than light skin. All right. Does that mean they're not part of the elect? No, we have been scattered. All right. All right. But this article says black babies are most likely to survive when cared for by black doctors. Studies finds. All right. And this was, I believe, published August 19th, which a brother sent it to me that day of, I believe, or later on that week, I believe, or that next week. I really don't know. But basically, he sent it to me, and the Spirit just allowed me not too long ago, to probably do some research about how we're a dominant family. All right, and it shows, man. We conquer other nations in sports, clothing. Man, hey, bro, we're good at clothing, man. Israelites are good at clothing. All right, dressing, got all type of jewels on. All right, just great at everything in itself. And why is that, man? And I'm gonna read it one more time. This is Deuteronomy 7:6. But thou art an holy people unto the Lord, Yahweh thy power. The Lord, Slakia, thy power, hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. All right. So the Lord chose us, man. All right, and it shows, man. So when you see an individual on a dance floor killing it, hey, you could first thing that would pop into your head, man, that he a Israelite, he a Jake. All right. You see an individual that may look like an Edomite, all right, which Edomite is a so-called white man, which he actually is a red man. All right. Probably see him, uh, so-called red man, or white man, as these people say. See him dressed out, dripped out. That's what Jake say, dripped out, you know, looking good, dressed down. Hey, first thing you say, hey man, that's a Jake right there. All right, different characteristics, man. And ultimately, hey, the spirit bears witness, man. All right. Spirit bears witness. When you have a conversation with individuals, you can tell, all right, this is an Israelite. All right. You might just see an individual and the spirit bear witness. Yeah, that's an Israelite, man. You can just tell, man, through the spirit. All right. By the way individuals talk, by the way they dress, by the way they do certain things. All right. We're a lively people. All right. We're energetic. We're energetic. All right. Fashionable, holy people to the Lord, man. And it shows, man. We're gonna show out for daddy, man. All right. That's why Esau hate us so much, man. All right, cause hey, we get all the salt, we get all the drip from dad, and dad ain't fucking with Esau, so he hurt. Once again, black babies are more likely to survive when cared for by black doctors. Study finds. All right, black newborns are most likely to survive during birth childbirth when cared for by black doctors, according to a new study. All right, and when I was hearing this, the first thing that came to my mind is Exodus, the first chapter. All right, which I'm going to get into, Lord's will. Yeah, I might read the whole chapter. If not, I might just get right to the point. It depends on what the Spirit allows me to do. All right, but basically, at the time of Exodus first chapter, Egypt. All right, at the time of Egypt, and Pharaoh wanted to kill all the Israelites because what we were multiplying. All right, we're multiplying. All right, we're a multiplying nation, man. The scriptures tell us to multiply. All right, come on, bro. In the kingdom, what you think we're gonna be doing? Multiplying, replenishing the earth, man. Refilling the earth, man. All right, bringing back all those souls that died of that second death back, man. You know. So what does that mean? Our people, ever since the beginning, been lively, man. All right, Jake. And what does Jake like to do? Have sex. All right. He like to produce. All right. Jake loved to bring children into the world, man. All right. And the more children you bring is like the dominant is more and more dominant, man. Dominant, man. All right. That's why in the times in Exodus 1, it tells you, man. All right, Pharaoh wanted the midwives to kill the firstborns, man. But because they feared Yahweh Shemel Shai, they didn't do it. And they acknowledged it themselves, man. Hey, the Israelite babies are more lively than the Egyptians' babies, man. Come on, bro. That's a known fact, man. That's a known fact, man. All right. In the United States, black babies die at 3 times the rate of white newborns during their intellectual hospitals stays, according to a pre-reviewed study published Monday in the proceeding of the National Academy of Science. But when black doctors cared for black babies, they monetarily rate was cut in half. Come. While this data doesn't tell us exactly why this happens, a mix of structural issues could have contributed, and each are really disturbing. Sakia. Each are really disturbing. And Brad Greenwood's study, co-author and a Slakia. Co-author and an associate professor of information systems and operations management scientist at George Mason University. All right, Slakia for the stumbles along the way, but basically, it doesn't really they say they don't really know what's the reason behind it. How how black doctors care for black babies, and the rate was cut in half. All right, it says while this data doesn't tell us exactly why this happens. All right, and we know why it happens through the spirit, man. All right, it's through the spirit, man. Hey, man, the Israelite babies are very lively. All right, and you being taken care of. All right, cause hey, man. Who knows what would happen if a black so-called black baby will get taken care of by Edomites, man. All right, babies being taken care of by Edomites, newborns end up missing. All right, use their bones, their organs, and so on and so forth to do all type of experiments. All right, because he's known for the fuckery, Excuse my French. That's what Esau is known for, the fuckery. All right. All right. Once again, I'm going to read this one more time. Black newborns are most likely to survive during childbirth when cared for by black doctors, according to a new study. All right. And here is Exodus chapter 1. Help me a second. Yep. Exodus chapter 1, verse 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel, which came unto Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah; Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin; Dan and Naphtali; Gad and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, for Joseph was in Egypt already. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly. All right, and multiplied and waxed exceedingly mightily, and the land was filled with them. All right. Hey, it happened back then, and it's in these times, man. All right, bro. We're exceedingly we're our people are fruitful. Shit. Hey, man. You growing up as an Israelite, and in these last times, bro. This Generation X, man. Generation X having children that which is not wrong. Hey, it used to happen back then in the ancient times, man. All right, and it was happening back then. In these times, could have been like the early, 1800s, 1900s, early 1900s, whatever. Women having children at young ages, man. You know, shit. Nowadays, women have children at 15, 16, shit, probably even younger than that. Why? Because when you're 12 years old, you become a man and a woman, and the first thing you want to do, you want to lay with an individual. That's why you're 12 years old. You wake up with wet dreams. You always itching to you want to do stuff. Jake go to watching all type of flicks, and so on and so forth. And these women, they just want to express themselves, want to basically feel that rod, man. You know, that's how it was, man. That's our custom, man. At 12 years old, you become a man and a woman. All right. Shit, around that age, that's when you get your wife. You lay with your wife. You pop your wife. All right. You can't do it in this society. It's not. It happens, but it's not the wisest thing to do. All right. Verse 7. I'm gonna read it again. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly. All right. Back then, it was happening back then, and it is now in these times. They call us the minority. Man, we're the majority, goddammit. Esau don't be laying with these women. Esau lay with men. Esau lay with his own men because they're fucking weirdos, man, and base men, pedophiles, and so on and so forth. All right. One more time. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly, and multiplied and waxed exceedingly mightily. All right, mighty, and the land was filled with them. Just like in these times, man. America, all right, and throughout the four corners of earth is full of Israelites, man. All right, might be of dark pigmentation or not. All right. If your line go back to Israelite, you're an Israelite, man. All right, you can be as white as possible. You can be as red as possible. If your line go back to Israelite, you're an Israelite. All right. Now there arose up, and hey, guess what's the balance to it as well? Hey, you can be jet black and be an Edomite. Your line can go back to Edomite. All right, Edomite. All right. So that's the balance to it, and that's to show you, man. All right, we have been scattered. All right, we have been scattered. We have been scattered throughout the four corners of earth, man. All right. And there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. So they knew it back then, man. They knew it back then, man. Because why are we more mightier than them? Because we're a peculiar and special people unto the Lord. So the Lord gonna put us on the top. Shit. Hey, man. A father only cares about his son. Fuck everybody else, man. I'm gonna make my son be number one at all times. That's why your dad always gonna deck you out. Shit, I can testify for myself. Your mom gonna do it, but hey, dad gonna make sure, hey, my son get everything he want. I want to give my son everything. You know, I work for my son, and I could have testified to that. And brothers as well, man. Brothers that have sons, shit, even daughters, man. Shit, I want brothers can tell you themselves they want to give their children everything. They want to really relax with their children and hang out with their children. They can't really do it because we're in captivity. All right, but we're gonna receive that real soon, man. All right, Psalms 128. All right, I believe that's like the third verse. It says, man. All right, we're gonna what the last verse tells you, we're gonna see our children and our children's children, man. We're gonna be able to vibe with them, man. That whole chapter is your part, man. Psalms 128, man. You know, something short chapter, like 6 verses. All right. But getting back to this, Exodus 1 and 9, verse 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto their enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. All right. Therefore, they did set over them taskmakers to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities of Philam and Ramas, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. Man, hey man, you can't stop Jake, man. Once again, we're lively, all right. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel. They were grieved, man. You know, sad. Sad puppies. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick and in all manner of service in the field. All their service wherein they made their service was with rigor. All right, wherein they made their service, their Slakia, was with rigor. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of one was Seraph, and the name of the other Puna. All right, and this is where it starts, man. All right, that point I'm trying to make. All right. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women and see them upon the straws, Slakia. Slakia, let me start over. And he said, when ye do the offense of a midwife to the Hebrew women and see them upon the straws, Slakia, straws, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. All right. But if it be a daughter, then shall she live. All right. Then she shall live. All right. So yeah, man. Hey, man. If it's a son, if you kill a son, all right. Cause hey, man, that son goes plant that seed. All right. And just like one of the apostles, Apostle Hart, made not too long ago, one of his them street teachings, he went into how because the individual came up to listen, and he was basically going into how like a orange or apple tree, you drop the seed into the earth, and whatever it's gonna grow to become an apple or an orange tree. It's not gonna grow a banana tree. All right. So what? Eve is the mother of the earth, right? And hey, a man, what, he lays his seed into the earth. All right. He lays his seed, within the female, and whatever he lays his seed, that's what's gonna come out. That's him, man. All right. That's why I always go back to your father's nationality, man. All right, because it starts off with your father laying that seed. All right, and they knew that. All right, if we kill all the Israelite men, they cannot lay no seed. They cannot have no more children. All right, let me read that again. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women and see them upon stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. But the midwife feared the Most High and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. That's right. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women. Man, hear this out, man. For they, man, for they are lively and are delivered ere the midwives come upon them. All right, for they are lively. The midwife said that, man. All right, so even they knew. All right, the Israelite women, all right, they're lively. All right, and they feared the Most High. Ultimately, it goes back to them fearing the Lord, man. All right, because if you continue to read, I believe in the next chapter it tells you that the Lord he actually rewarded the midwives, man. All right, for fearing Him and not listening to what Pharaoh said. All right. Let me read that one more time. Exodus 1:19. And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively and are delivered ere the midwives come in unto them. Therefore the Most High dwelt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mightily. Now, who's that people that multiplied and waxed mighty? The Israelites, man. Not no fucking Egyptians. All right, and in these times, not fucking Esau and these other heathen nations. Let's talk about the Israelites, man. Goddamn. Verse 21. And it came to pass because the midwives feared the Most High that He made them houses. Oh, Slakia. It was in this verse. It was in this chapter. Because they feared the Most High, the Lord rewarded them. Slakia, I thought it was in like chapter 2. Verse 22, I'm going to close out with it. Exodus 1:22. I'm going to close out this chapter. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive. So Pharaoh charged that upon everyone. All right, charged that upon his people. You know, if you see a man child, you're going to cast him into the river, and the daughter's going to stay alive. But hey, man, the Lord had different plans, man. All right, because the Lord saved Moses, man, as you continue to read Exodus, man. And Exodus, and the Lord used Moses, all right, Moses to deliver his people out of Egypt, man. All right. So, man, it's just something quick I wanted to get into, man, how we're lively, man, you know. And, you know, Salakia, you know, I didn't want to make this too long. You know, Jake be having low attention spans as well. You know, but the Spirit is like, you know, go through that whole chapter. Lord's will, everything made sense through the Spirit Yahweh Shemi Shai. Everything was tied up together through the Spirit Yahweh Shemi Shai as well. All right. So yeah, man. Tuwadi Yahweh Shemi Shai and call Lam La Yahweh Shemi Shai, you know, for allowing us to be a lively people and for choosing us out of this world, giving us this life, this light. All right, choosing us to be a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, man. All right, and so on and so forth, man. Basically, making us of a righteous line, goddamn. You know, only us, man. These other heathen there at spittle. The Lord don't like them. It's ill. You're disgusting. You're germs. You know. So yeah, man. Lord's will, this lesson was edifying and exhorting to hopeful elect and a few sisters that may be watching as well. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone, and citation to sincere Akim, pushing truth and all truth sincerity throughout the four corners evidentially. Let's keep flying, let's keep going, man. All right. And once again, you know, Lord's will, man, everything made sense to the Spirit of Shemel Shai. And Slakia for the stumbles along the way, man. You know, Lord's will, this lesson was still edifying, man. You know, above a ball, Shalom, let's keep flying, let's keep going. We're of a lively people, man. We're a lively nation, man. That's why Esau wanted to destroy us. But guess what? You try to destroy us, the Lord gonna fight for us like he always has. All right, even back then and more in these times. All right, Shalom.